Everyone wants to succeed, but not everybody knows how to go about success. And so we may wonder, what if there's a proven formula we can follow that can get us to success? And so don't search any further. In this video, I'm going to be showing you top secrets which you can follow and succeed in any of your endeavors. My name is Chike Okoli, and here is my creed to you. When God sent you into this world, He sent you as a messenger with a gift or plenty of gifts. Your job is to bless the world with our gifts. And my job is to inspire you to impact the world. Let's dive right in. Number one, be prepared for rejection.
One of the great secrets in life to becoming successful, whether it's in a business, whether it's working with someone or for someone or in your own personal life, and I learned this selling encyclopedias door to door in my early 20s, is be prepared in life for a lot of rejection. Because if you're prepared for a lot of rejection, it comes, you don't get turned off, you don't get disappointed, like, well, I'm not gonna do this anymore, no one thinks it's a good idea. It's like, I say selling encyclopedias, knock on 100 doors, they slam them in your face. You must be just as enthusiastic on door number 101 as door number 1. And that's one of the real secrets. And growing up as kids in downtown LA, we all knew that. We didn't have a lot. We knew there's a lot of things that are going to turn you down. At 7, trying to sell a flower pot on the street, most people said no, but it's only 50 cents. No, no, no. Soon a waitress in a little restaurant said, only 50 cents? That's really great. She bought it from us. And we went and built another one.
Number 2, always stay positive.
If you take a look at life, you can have your glass, as they say, half empty or half full. It's how you look at it. Now, I've been homeless twice. When you are down and out, first time was 22 years old, and I had a child, homeless with a kid. You know, he was a couple years old. My God.
Which would be interesting, because most people see you now in this multi-billion-dollar situation. They would never believe that at 22 you were homeless with a kid. I mean, it didn't look like the trajectory was heading here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But when you're down and out, and you're that far down, and you've got a kid, and you're kicked out of your place because rent's due, you don't have the money, and your wife took off with everything.
Took off with everything?
Everything, yeah. Just little kids.
Wow.
Anyways, we were just too young to get married. So you know how to make it. Now, when you're that low, in fact, a friend of mine who's a blues singer said, when you get down so low and you look up, all you can see is an ant, right? Well, when you're that low, you can only go up.
True.
So instead of, you have a choice. You could sit around and blame what happened to you on everybody else, which is usually what people do. Or say, hey, that's how things turned out. Now I'm going to turn things around.
Number 3, go after opportunities.
If you had to define the American dream, what would you say it is?
That when you think that there's all the opportunity you want and you don't know any better, you go after it. In my generation, it was a pleasure to work. Whether it was at the Variety Boys Club at 7 years old, making flower pots, going out and selling them, or Christmas cards at 9, or going on the streets at 11 years old, delivering morning newspapers. For us, it was fun to work. Now, what did we do with the money? We gave it to my mom so we could have a better way of life. When we got into high school, my brother and I saved a little bit of it for our car, which happened to be a junker, but we rebuilt it in an auto shop. But because for us, it was a pleasure to work. You know, just because, wow, we got a job. It was so cool.
Number 4, take responsibility.
When you're down and out, first thing people do is blame it on everybody else but themselves.
So true.
When you start taking responsibility, you have a little different outlook. You also have the responsibility of turning things around. When I started Paul Mitchell, I was homeless once again, totally by accident. And I started the company out of the backseat of my car.
How old were you at that time, 37 or something?
I was 34, 35 at that time.
So you were homeless at 34, 35 again? Yeah. And what was this series of events that led to that second time?
It was just that we had money set up, $500,000. We needed to start the company with that kind of money. And the day I was ready to start, go down to the bank and get the money, my partner, the hairdresser, Paul Mitchell, flew over from Hawaii with his girlfriend, and we were ready to get the money and get going and get started. I'd left everything I did. My relationship wasn't working out, so I left the house, plenty of money for many months with her, had a few $100 in my pocket. Took the used car, which is 20 years old, but a decent one, okay, down the hill to get the money.
Wow.
I was going to check into an efficiency. It all set up. The money never came in.
No way.
Never. The guy changed his mind. 1980, 81.
Yeah.
Inflation in the United States is 12.5%. Interest rates, if you could get a loan, prime rate, 17%.
Wow.
We stayed in line to get gasoline, and interest and unemployment was 10.5% in the United States. The guy said, your hostages are still in Iran, which they were at that time. He says, is this a terrible? I'm sorry, it's the last minute. No. So it's a matter of, what are we going to do?